Hey, this is Adam Torres, and I'm here to tell you that it has never been easier to start your very own podcast. At Mission Matters, our goal is to amplify stories that matter. That means we want to help you start your podcast because your story matters. We can do this in 3 different ways. 1, join our podcast school and take a free or paid course. 2, visit our resources page where we've already figured out what you need, such as where to host your podcast. Or 3, heck, we can even do everything for you through our podcast agency, including editing for cheaper than you can do in-house. Oh, and no contract, service is month to month. Get started by heading over to missionmatters.com and click on Start a Podcast. All right, now let's get into the show. Okay, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Business Podcast, your source for all things business. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have John Shoemaker on the line. He's founder and president over at Living Free Homecare. John, welcome to the show.
Hi, Adam. Thanks for having me on. It's awesome to be here.
Oh, man, John. So I'm excited to get into today's topic. So we're going to talk about trends in senior care. But before we do that, I do want to go a little bit further into what you're doing over at Living Free Homecare. So tell us a little bit more about your business, please.
Sure. So Living Free Homecare, we provide in-home care services to individuals that might have disabilities, injuries, difficulties with mobility, or illness and sickness. For the most part, our clientele are seniors from their 50s to 100s. We are composed of highly trained and competent staff who are caring and compassionate experts. That's key. And they're experts at delivering home care services, which are provided in the comfort of our client's home. These services range from help with bathing and dressing and meal prep and transfers in and out of wheelchairs and beds, even transportation, shopping trips, or just companionship. Our staff really loves playing games and involving our clients in activities that help keep their minds healthy.
That's awesome. I love it. I love the mission. I love what you're doing. And I always tell people this. I'm like, when it comes to right now, I'm not in that bracket yet by age, but I'm like, I need all these companies and all these people doing what they're doing now to figure this out because we're all heading in that direction anyway. So I'm like, keep it coming. But I love it. I love what you're doing, John. And that being said, great transition. So let's go a little bit further into senior care and just trends that you're noticing because, you're in the middle of this with Living Free Home Care. So where do you want to start with that one?
Well, that's a great question. And in some areas, we are leading the change in home care. So honestly, there is a shortage of caregivers. Every day, there's over 10,000 people turning 65 years old. The caregiver pool is not growing at that rate. So that becomes a problem, and all home care agencies have problems hiring. So in addition, we require each of our employees to be certified in the care they provide. They might be a CNA or an LNA or whatever, but we focus on hiring the right people regardless of their credentials, but we do require credentials. So if they're caring, compassionate, reliable, we provide an online training program to them, which we absorb all the costs for, and they can become a certified senior care aide. In addition, we really see technology as the avenue to provide peace of mind to family members. With our technology, we utilize a machine learning smart home center that learns the behavior of a household. So imagine a senior living at home. Our system will learn their living patterns. What time do they get up? How long are they usually in the shower? If they leave, how long are they gone? When things occur outside of this norm, of their norm, say the client leaves at 10 p.m. when they are usually home snug in their bed. This is a potential danger of them wandering and getting lost or hurt. This recognition will be raised to their trusted circle. This trusted circle could be made up of members of their family and can include our caregivers as well. So if the trusted circle members are unable to resolve the issue, it can be escalated to emergency personnel. This monitoring then can recognize many deviations from the norm, like falling, wandering, a stove being left on even. All of this without the senior having to carry anything. They don't have to have their phone with them. They don't have to have a watch. They don't have to have any technology on their person, which sometimes becomes a problem if that's a requirement. So by combining this monitoring technology with our home care, we're able to provide state-of-the-art, life-improving assistance to our clients and to their families.
Wow, that's amazing, and it makes total sense that that really aiding with technology and adding these other components are going to lead to, obviously more safety. That's a given. But also, what you're really doing is, it sounds to me like you're creating this team, like it's a team to help take care of the loved one. And what you're doing over at Living Free Homecare is you're part of the team of their family and everyone else, and you're all working in tandem for the common goal of the safety and the good of the person that's being cared for.
Very well stated, Adam. Thank you.
That's awesome. So, John, if somebody's listening to this and they want to learn more about Living Free Homecare overall, so meaning what areas do you serve? Give us a feel for like geography and other things like that. Give us some of the nuts and bolts there.
Sure. So our focus is in the Phoenix area, specifically what's called the East Valley. So we're actually located physically in Mesa, Arizona, but our coverage includes what's called the East Valley. So this is like Mesa, Tempe, Gilbert, Chandler, Queen Creek, Apache Junction, even out the San Valley and Gold Canyon. We reach as far east as our clients need us to be. And we love staying in the East Valley for now. We are definitely constantly growing, and at some point we will probably reach out into Phoenix a little more. But for now, we are East Valley focused.
East Valley's big. I worked out there for many years after college. I remember that. So I remember all those places you just said. You took me way back. I'm like, Apache Junction. I haven't even thought of that place in I don't know how long. That's awesome. No, I was out there for many years. So, John, that being said, if somebody is listening to this and they want more information and they want to connect, what's the best way for them to reach out to you and your team, whether they're looking at maybe becoming a caregiver, or if maybe they already are in the industry, or if they're looking at services potentially for their loved ones? Right.
Thank you. So you can reach us in so many ways. One, our URL is livingfreehomecare.com, and you can. My email is John at guess what? livingfreehomecare.com. On Facebook, we are Living Free Homecare. And on Instagram and Twitter, we are Living Free_care. And
fantastic.
we try to make it as easy as possible to find us, because we want to help. We want to help everybody out there. And we do always hire. We're always in a hiring mode.
Love it, John. Well, hey, really appreciate you coming on the show today and really teaching us and updating us much on what's going on in the senior care market, because it's a big deal. And with more and more people turning 65 every day and needing help, it's great that you're out there fulfilling. You and your team are out there fulfilling that service. So thank you for that. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. Leave me a review in the Apple iTunes store. And if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Business, definitely give us a subscribe there, but also leave us some comments in the video. Love to know what kind of projects and things that you're working on. And John, thanks again for coming on the show.
Thanks, Adam. Thanks for having me.